And a good back-to-work Monday here for the Wenatchee Valley and all of north central Washington. Eric Granstrom filling in for Dan Kuntz once again this week here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It is a Monday, the 11th of February, 2019, and we're off to another chilly start, and we're off to another start. Seems like it's Groundhog Day from Friday with snow in the forecast and quite a bit of it. We'll talk more about that with your forecast coming up. Also this morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, we'll introduce you to the top three. We had it over the weekend, the Kashmir Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant, and it was narrowed down to three. I don't know how the judges did it, but we have a royal court for the 100th Apple Blossom Festival. We'll do more on that coming up later in the show. Also talk about some school delays and closures, quite a few, especially if you're in Grant County. So we'll get to that, but first, let's take a look at our Valley View cameras this morning as we rise and shine for a back-to-work Monday. Currently 12 degrees in the Wenatchee Valley, and this is just past our cross camera looking down Wenatchee Avenue and down our one-way streets here in Wenatchee from a considerable distance as you head up the highway towards the up the Malaga-Alcoa Highway. Thanks to LocalTel Sky-Fi Wireless Network for providing us our camera views this morning as we say good morning to the Wenatchee Valley, and another shot of snow is coming our way. And this is our view from above Kashmir, looking down on the Sleepy Village this morning as our Apple Annie's camera takes a look at slow commute on Highway 2. Be careful out there. Lots of compact snow and ice everywhere you go. The street crews have been working hard to remove the excess snow, but we did get some more snow overnight last night, just enough to powder coat the roadways this morning. So give yourself plenty of time to get to where you need to go. Let's go to camera 3 this morning. And for that one, we are heading up the Columbia River and up Highway 97 and US 2 to our look back at Turtle Rock and the Wenatchee Valley in the distance behind. You can see the cloud cover right down at deck level, probably at about 4,000 foot elevation as far as the cloud cover is concerned. And that cloudiness is expected to drop some moisture our way as we continue through the day today. But little blustery winds also coming down the Columbia River this morning towards the Wenatchee Valley, and that's also bringing with it some of this Arctic blast from the north to give us these cold temperatures. Camera 4 this morning brought to you by LocalTel Sky-Fi Wireless Network, and there you can see on the horizon, sunrise is just a few moments away. This is up at Billy Goat looking down on the Columbia River. And is that Lake Chelan too, Megan, there in the distance? Something like that. So there you go, the views this morning around the world that we call North Central Washington here on the NCW Life Channel's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on this Monday, the 11th of February. All right, let's get to that forecast now from the National Weather Service. And more snow in it with a winter storm watch in effect starting at 4 o'clock this afternoon. That's going to go till late tomorrow with 4 to 8 inches of new snow expected this afternoon and tonight. Another 1 to 2 inches of additional snow tomorrow, so we could see up to 10 inches of snow by the time this system moves through the night tonight and into tomorrow. 24 our expected high today, 19 the overnight low. You're going to see that things are pretty much going to stay about the same. We might warm up just a tick, 28 for the high tomorrow, 21 for the overnight low, and then we're going to bump up to 30, which we haven't seen for a couple of weeks on Wednesday with partly cloudy skies, slight chance of snow on Wednesday. Nighttime low Wednesday night down to 16. We'll see a little bit of sunshine come back, and that was a nice respite yesterday with sunshine throughout most of north central Washington. In fact, the state of Washington got a little bit of a break yesterday with some sunny skies. 29 for the high on Thursday, nighttime low down to 20. And then as we look into the weekend, we'll have some rain and snow possibly coming our way on Friday. And then kind of a dry weekend we're crossing our fingers for on Saturday and Sunday. The high yesterday in the Wenatchee Valley, 23 degrees. The overnight low at 11. Our record high for today was set back in 1990 of 60, and the record low 9 degrees in 1981. We're just a few minutes away from official sunrise this morning at 7:13. Sun will set tonight at 5:18, and we're on the uptick, getting about 3 more minutes of daylight per day here as the winter passes, and we hope and cross our fingers for springtime. We'll see what's happening up at the mountain passes this morning. And yes, you can imagine things are not the greatest here as far as the DOT is concerned. Snoqualmie Pass, change required on all vehicles except all-wheel drives. That's because of heavy snowfall and snow and ice on the roadway. Also, be prepared for a closure. Avalanche control is planned for 10 o'clock this morning eastbound at milepost 47 near Denny Creek. Westbound will be stopped by this, or will not be stopped by this effort, but eastbound traffic going to be affected by some avalanche control work on Snoqualmie Pass. Currently, the temperature is 15 degrees, snowing with poor visibility as well at the summit of Snoqualmie Pass. That's on I-90 on US 2 Stevens Pass this morning. Traction tires are required, chains required for the big rigs with snow falling. 8 degrees at the summit of Stevens Pass as we switch it over to Stevens. There we go. There's Stevens Pass this morning, and you can see compact snow and ice on the roadway. Again, traction tire requirement for passenger vehicles, chains required for the big rigs, and nothing over 10,000 pounds. So no oversized loads permitted over Stevens Pass. Kind of a skating rink there this morning. As we train our attention on US 2 or US 97 Blewett Pass, there is a traction advisory in effect, and looks like police have somebody pulled over right there right now. Currently snowing, compact snow and ice on the roadway for Blewett Pass. And again, that traction advisory. That's a look at what's happening as far as the traffic cams are concerned. Up in the mountain passes, yeah, anywhere you go basically in Washington right now, it is pretty slippery and pretty snowy. In fact, that's causing some problems for schools in Grant County. We haven't heard from too many of the local schools as of yet. We will get you up to date on the latest local news coming up. Sports news on the way, and again, last half of the program, we will give you a little slice of the Kashmir Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant from Saturday night. If you didn't see it here on the NCW Live channel, we have a queen and two princesses, and we'll get you that and much more coming up as we continue on for this Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley at 7 minutes past the hour. Stay right there. News is on the way next.
My name is Hannah Peterson-Kinney, and I'm a certified nurse midwife. I became a midwife because I thought birth was one of the most amazing, beautiful things. It's about caring for women through many stages of life and helping to empower them with knowledge and build partners to improve their health. It would be an honor to provide care for you, and I would love to welcome you to the CVCH midwife family.
Hey everyone, did you know that the NCW Life channel is North Central Washington's go-to source for news? No matter how you prefer to view your news, NCW Life has you covered. Watch the evening news weeknights on TV, stream it, read it at ncwlife.com, or catch the latest news by following us on Facebook. Stay informed with local news, sports, weather, and shows featuring local people and events. NCW Life, a reflection and a spotlight of the communities we call home.
8 minutes past the hour here on a Back to Work Monday on this 11th of February 2019. Eric Granstrom filling in for Dan Kuntz on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley as we check the latest local news. And we'll start off with some school closures due to inclement weather and treacherous driving conditions. Following schools have been closed for the day today. That includes the Moses Lake School District, Ephrata, Quincy, Royal School District, the Soap Lake School District, Wahluke, Wilson Creek, and also Waterville schools are canceled for the day today. A 2-hour delay for the Odessa School District. That's what we have right now. We'll keep you up to date on our website as well as our Facebook page throughout the day for keep checking that for updated information. Again, no schools here in the Wenatchee Valley checking in as of yet. But if anybody does have a delay or a closure, we'll be sure and let you know right here on the NCW Live channel as well as our Facebook page and our website. So keep following that. Well, the weekend storm resulted in numerous crashes and spinouts as drivers faced whiteout conditions across the region. Saturday's weather system dumped over a foot of snow in the Columbia Basin and the Wenatchee area. Washington State DOT crews closed down Highway 2 between Orondo and Coulee City due to blinding and drifting snow. Badger Mountain and Bridgeport Hill were also closed as Douglas County road crews were also working 24 hours to keep up with the conditions. Troopers say a Leavenworth man was driving too fast for the snowy conditions when he crashed into another vehicle late Friday evening. It happened when 20-year-old Wyatt Whaley lost control of his pickup truck while traveling westbound on Highway 2 about a mile east of Leavenworth. Troopers say the pickup collided with an eastbound pickup driven by a Malaga man. That Malaga man, by the way, Eric Frank, who was the man running the sound equipment for the Apple Blossom Festival pageant on Saturday night. Eric Frank was okay. The driver injured but treated at the scene. Highway 2 traffic was stalled for about 2 hours with that accident on Friday night. Well, despite heavy snows and cold temperatures throughout the valley, spring officially sprung at the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival with its royalty selection Saturday night at Wenatchee High School.
Now, the 100th queen to reign over the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival, the winner of a $10,000 scholarship, Her Royal Highness, Queen Savannah Sly.
Congratulations to Savannah Slife. She is the daughter of Eric and Daphne Slife, selected as the queen for the 100th Apple Blossom Festival. Her court will include Princess Elizabeth Popoff, the daughter of Dawn and Lisa Popoff, and Princess Olivia Lancaster, the daughter of Rick and Sandra Lancaster. The trio join our host, myself, and Julie Agins-Kuntz on Saturday after their coronation. What are you feeling right now?
I don't even know what I'm feeling. They said, oh, sorry. They said my name and I couldn't even believe it. And then I started to think of a speech and what to say after that. But I am in such shock right now. I'm so happy. These girls are amazing. The other 7 girls are amazing too, but I'm in complete shock. Anyone? I think it just hasn't hit us yet. It hasn't hit us what actually just happened. It hasn't hit us. No.
Olivia?
Yeah, I was just so impressed with everyone, and to have to pick 3 girls, I think that was probably the craziest thing for me.
Scholarships were also handed out for Most Photogenic to Lorena Zepeda. Congeniality and Achievement went to Olivia Lancaster. Community Involvement to Cassidy Cunningham. And Original Speech to Citlali Gonzalez Arroyo. The pageant will re-air on the NCW Life Channel tonight at 7, also Saturday afternoon at 2, and we'll get a little bit more of the pageant coming up in the last half of the program here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Well, a philosophical or personal objection may not be used to exempt a child from the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine under a bill being considered in the state legislature. 12th District Representative Mike Steele and Keith Gaynor comment on the bill.
Personally, I'm opposed to the bill. I believe we shouldn't mandate vaccine, but I think there is a public responsibility to ensure some sort of safety. So what is that? So I think you have people on both sides of that issue in the caucus.
And we've had some good feedback, at least I have, from constituents about this very issue and making some good cases. I mean, there's some nuances to this as far as the MMR vaccine. And so, I think there are some things that need to be fleshed out yet before we come to a conclusion.
The bill allows proof of disease immunity or history of disease to substitute for immunization. Otherwise, children could not attend school without proof of immunization under House Bill 1638. It was scheduled for a House Health Care Committee public hearing on Friday. Representative Steele and Gaynor share the comments on that legislation and more on NCW Life's 12th District program with host Carrie Condata. That'll start on Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, an exploration of the heart was underway at the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center on Saturday morning as local students and medical professionals braved the winter conditions for the Matters of the Heart Dissection Lab.
So your heart's a muscle, right?
Yeah. My name is John Gill, and I'm a retired internist from Confluence Health. We are here to dissect a pig heart with some young people with the idea that we're going to try to teach them how the heart works, what the circulation is about, hoping to get them interested in a healthcare field of some sort. A year and 3/4 ago, I was in Cedars-Sinai in Beverly Hills, and I had a heart transplant at that time. I went into heart failure starting in actually March, probably February of 2012. Gradually went into more and more heart failure, had to have a pacemaker, had to have a biventricular pacemaker. Then I was on a drip for a long time. I had to go to the U every 2 weeks for 2.5 years. I'm tall and I have an O positive blood type, makes it harder to match. So they sent me down to Cedars-Sinai where there's more hearts. And after waiting in the hospital on a drip for 4 weeks, I got a heart. And the heart was just magic for me. I feel 15 years younger now, and I can do anything I ever could do before, except I got older. So I'm a little stiff, but that's all right. I did tell them all about this and how the structure of the heart can impact people's lives, and like the auricles, the atria, tend to cause strokes in people in atrial fibrillation. So we talked about how that happens and why that happens, so that they will be able to identify those structures when they hear about it on the news, and they'll be able to correct the news broadcasters who don't usually get it right. Sorry. I think a lot of young people especially, but it's true of a lot of people, have this sense that they can't do something like this, that this is science and it's too complicated for them to handle. And this gives them confidence that they can learn this kind of information, and that they could then become whatever they want to become, a nurse, a doctor, a nurse practitioner, a massage therapist. But it's interesting, the kids are kind of fun because when they first start out, they're very shy and they don't want to do anything. And so what I did is I showed them the outside markers on the heart, how they orient themselves to the left ventricle, the right ventricle, the atria, and the aorta and the pulmonary artery, and then the vena cava and the pulmonary veins, all the structures that lead to and from the heart. We let them start cutting and feel what it was like to cut tissue, because it's just meat. And they got more and more interested in doing that, and really were not shy at all once they got going. These kids in general are just a great deal of fun, and it's really fun to watch them gain confidence and learn from all of this. And they're really very pleasant, they're really fun to deal with, and this is a real privilege for me.
Well, thanks to Caitlin Hedersheet for braving the winter conditions on Saturday to cover that event as well. Well, if you think there's been a growing rat problem in the Wenatchee Valley in recent years, you are not mistaken. NCW Life's Cal Fitzsimmons tells us more.
Chances are, if you live in the Wenatchee area, you've either recently had a problem with rats or have friends with rat stories to tell. Simply put, Wenatchee has a rat problem. Pete Smith, owner of Alpine Pest Management, said he used to receive a couple calls a year about rats, and now sometimes gets that many before noon. Dave Prosh, environmental health specialist with the Chelan Douglas Health District, said rat reports have become a regular way of life for the district. Prior to 2015, he said he received only 2 rat calls in his 27 years with the district. Since 2016, the health district has mailed out hundreds of warning cards to 44 neighborhoods with rat issues. And where did all these rats suddenly come from? Everyone seems to have a theory. Some blame wildfires in the foothills, urban backyard farms, bird feeders, and even climate change. But by far the most popular theory is that when a new Washington elementary school was built and the old school torn down in 2015 and 16, an underground colony of rats was unleashed on Wenatchee's neighborhoods. Greg Harkenrath, director of facilities and capital projects for the school district, said he's very familiar with that theory.
This question came up during construction. Washington, the new building was constructed in started June of 2015. So we were clearing the site, building the new school as the students and staff remained in the existing school, 1950s era building. So during that process, lots of ground disturbing activities, grading, things like that to build a new school. In the summer of 2016, we moved out of the existing building. And then the contractors took the building over and then abated that building of hazardous materials, asbestos and things around pipe wrap. So we were pretty much in the crawl spaces of that building. And there was, there wasn't any evidence of any rats or rats feces. During occupation of that building, we never had any complaints of rats. M&O was never called out to the building to get rid of rats, never had any pest control companies out there. And then after demolition of that building, there was never any sightings of any rats on that site. I was pretty much on that site for probably 6 months during construction, and there just was never any evidence of that. So I was asked the question soon after construction on that, and then I asked around. I asked the contractor, general contractor, abatement contractor, maintenance and operations department, school staff. And no one had ever had any sightings of rats. So I'm happy to say that the rat problem in Wenatchee did not come from Washington Elementary.
Tomorrow, we'll look at the problems these rats pose and things that can be done to limit or eliminate them from your home.
Thank you, Cal, for that report on the rat situation. As we're almost 20 minutes past the hour, let's again bring up that slide to show you the school delays and closures here today. So far, this is what we have, and basically all of Grant County, as far as the schools are concerned, are shut down. Moses Lake, Ephrata, Quincy, Royal, Othello, Soap Lake, Wahluke, and Wilson Creek, all in Grant County, are closed today. Odessa schools are a delay of 2 hours. Waterville schools, also here in Chelan and Douglas counties, are closed today. We have not heard from any other districts here in the Wenatchee Valley. So we'll keep abreast of that. Also, you can follow us on our website at ncwlife.com or on our Facebook page to get the latest information. And if any others pop up during the show this morning, we'll be sure and pass that along to you here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll take a quick break, come back, sports news on the way, the obscure holiday of the day, and some important dates in history and birthdays to pass along. It's all coming up next on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Stay right there.
Hi, I'm Kevin Prosser, and this is my print shop, Color Effects in Cashmere. Color Effects offers screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing on t-shirts, jerseys, bags, banners, signs, and more. With 30 years experience, you won't be disappointed with the quality and quick turnaround times you will get at more than a fair price. Please call Color FX.
When Mike leaves town, it's a little scary. You never know who might be outside. But we feel safer inside knowing our home is being monitored by a local company. I can check our alarm from just about anywhere. So when we get home, I know it's safe.
Protect your family and save money with a local company. Switch your current security monitoring to Guardian Services from LocalTel. Call Guardian Security from LocalTel now or visit localtel.net to learn more.
Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley continues for this 11th of February. Good morning. I'm Eric Granstrom filling in for Dan Kuntz again this week here on the program. Dan is enjoying much better conditions than we have. We're at 11 degrees this morning. Winter storm watch in effect starting at 4 this afternoon, goes through tomorrow with maybe another 10 inches of snow possible between tonight and tomorrow. So be prepared for that. Let's take a look at sports news for this Monday. The Wenatchee Wild are back home after a successful road trip in Canada, winning 2 of 3 games, both wins coming in overtime. Wenatchee began the weekend at Cowichan Valley Friday night. The Capitals scored first, with the Wild countering by goals by P.J. Fletcher and Marco Reifenberger to make it 2-1 at the end of the first period. Capitals came back with 2 goals in the second to stake a 3-2 lead before Brandon Cook tied it with 9 minutes into the third period. The game would go into overtime, and that's where we'll pick it up with the highlights. Art Checker on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network and the video courtesy of Hockey TV.
Here come the Express right side. Cameron in, he shoots, and a save made by Park. Forced wide by Hodges, then drops it off for Power. Back across, shot and a pad save made by Park. Loose puck, he's got it. It's going to get broken up by Barger. Here come the Wild. It's a 2-on-0. Barger with Iannone in overtime. Iannone shoots, and he sent it high over the crossbar. Curls and waits. Drops it off for Gauthier. He shoots, and a pad save made by Park, and he hangs on. Stratton, Modry, and Filion are all out on this 3-on-3. Miller-Agnew plays it and then disrupted by Stratton, and he gets it back ahead through center, 3-on-2. Here come the Wild entering the zone. Stratton back across to Modry, in front, backhander, score! Boy, I'll tell you what, give all the credit to Stratton on that for starting the disruption that turned into the 3-on-2 break. And a couple of quick touch passes entering the zone, and the backhander going up high under the crossbar, bar down, and overtime win for the Wild.
So the Wild get the win on Friday night and then head to their game on Saturday. Came out pretty flat, being outshot 30-22, outscored 4-1, and a defeat at Victoria. Chad Suzuki scoring the lone goal for the Wenatchee Wild at the end of the first period. So it'd be on to Coquitlam Sunday for an afternoon game with the Express. Home team scored the first 2 goals before Wenatchee lit the lamp on Nathan Iannone's 9th goal of the season. The Express held a 4-1 lead in the third before the Wild came storming back with goals by Suzuki and Marco Reifenberger in the final 2 minutes to send it into overtime. Back to the highlights. Art Checker on the call, video courtesy of Hockey TV.
Here come the Express right side. Cameron in, he shoots, and a save made by Park. Forced wide by Hodges, then drops it off for Power. Back across, shot and a pad save made by Park. Loose puck, he's got it as he goes into a back roll and holds it on his belly. Sasaki ahead for Stratton on the far side. Stratton gains the zone. Hits the brakes. Over for Sasaki. On the backhand in front. And looking for the redirection was Hodges. Couldn't quite connect, and the Express will come back the other way. Side Cook races up the right wing. Gains the zone. He's in. He hits the brakes. Works down low. Talks in front. Shot on a save made there. Bruce carries it deep into the zone, then shovels it deep into the corner. 28 seconds left, but it's cleared out through center. Here comes Stratton. He's going to come in alone. Stratton to win it. He shoots. He scores! Murphy Stratton on the lead feet up the right wing wall. Came in, and the backhand shot, forehand, backhand, top shelf, put her home.
That makes 11 games for the Wild that have been settled in overtime or a shootout. It's amazing. Wenatchee's 5-3 in overtime games. The Wild return for the final 2 home games of the regular season this Friday and Saturday at the Town Toyota Center. Salmon Arm in town, 7:05 start time on Friday and on Saturday. Well, despite the snowstorm that hit over the weekend, the 2B District 5-6 basketball tournament was able to be played. As we check the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard, Waterville-Mansfield won its opener over Walla Walla Valley Academy Friday, 58-45. Then on Saturday at Hanford High School, the Shockers fell to Tri-Cities Prep, 63-34. So now it's on to Friday in the consolation bracket with a 4 o'clock game at Chelan High School against DeSales. In the girls' Big Nine basketball on Friday, Wenatchee officially ended its season with a 37-20 loss to Moses Lake. Panthers finished the season 1-19. District play-in games will be tomorrow with Eastmont at Davis at 5:45. Eisenhower plays at West Valley at 6. The winners advance to face Moses Lake and Sunnyside in the district tournament on Friday. On the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard on Friday, on the boys' side, Wenatchee got a spirited effort from Garrett Long and a 46-39 win over Moses Lake. West Valley also victorious with a 63-59 win over Davis. So the Panthers and Rams are co-league champs. West Valley gets the number 1 seed heading into districts with a better quality win total than Wenatchee as Eisenhower beat Sunnyside 66-52. District play-in games are tomorrow with Eastmont traveling to Davis at 7:30. Wenatchee will host the higher seed remaining after tomorrow, and that'll be Friday night at 7. We'll have that game live on the NCAA Live channel Friday night right here. Well, after the snow scratched the schedule for Saturday, they'll try again today to play the first round of the District 6 1A tournament. It'll be moved to Wenatchee High School. Starts at 3 o'clock with a loser-out girls game between Okanagan and Chelan. That's followed at 4:30 by a loser-out game between Chelan and Omak. The girls' district championship features Omak and Kashmir at 6. Then the boys' championship will follow at 8 o'clock between Okanagan and Kashmir. Central Washington 1B District gets underway tomorrow at Ephrata High School. Entiat girls face Moses Lake Christian in a loser-out game at 6 o'clock. Then on Wednesday, the Entiat boys play a loser-out game against Riverside Christian at 6. We're also still waiting word from the WIAA to provide us some brackets for the 32-man field now for MAC Classic in the Tacoma Dome. All the regional tournaments were canceled across the state last week due to the snowstorm, so they expanded the brackets from 16 to 32. Looked at the website for the WIAA this morning, the wrestling page. Didn't see an update as far as how that works. It was kind of be an interesting kind of a draw situation to find wrestlers to fill those 32-man brackets and girl brackets, if you will. We'll have more on that hopefully this afternoon on our newscast at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Be sure and watch for that. It's Grant Olson here on the NCW Live channel. 28 minutes past the hour as we look at the obscure holiday of the day today. It's National Inventors Day. On February 11, 1983, U.S. President Ronald Reagan declared this day to be a National Inventors Day. The date was selected because it's Thomas Edison's birthday today. We'll talk more about that with the birthdays coming up. National Inventors Day honors Thomas Edison and all inventors, recognizing the enormous impact inventions have on technology. And what is it? Necessity, the mother of invention? I kind of think it might be laziness, the necessity of the mother of invention, because why would we have a TV remote control if it weren't for us just getting lazy and we got tired of getting up and switching the channels? So now we do have the clicker, or at least it was a clicker when I was a kid. Now it's this 19-stage thing that operates everything in the house, the TV, the microwave, now we don't even have that. We can just holler at the TV and say, hey, I want to watch this. I think it's laziness, the mother of invention. But today, National Inventors Day. So if you invented something, we'd like to hear about it here on the NCW Life Channel. Today in history, it was on this date in 1768, Samuel Adams' letter, known later as the Massachusetts Circular Letter, circulated around the American colonies opposing the Townshend Act. Now, after the Stamp Act was repealed in 1766, British Parliament imposed the Townshend Act in 1767. Another way of generating revenue. It was a tax on pretty much everything: glass, paint, paper, lead, and tea. The letter created more angst between Britain and the United States, in particular Massachusetts, leading to the military occupation of Boston. And then, of course, we had the Tea Party. And then, yes, the Revolution. It was on this date in 1809, Robert Fulton patented the steamboat. Fulton was the American engineer and inventor who was widely credited with developing a commercially successful steamboat, first called the North River Steamboat, later the Clermont. In 1807, the steamboat traveled on the Hudson River with passengers from New York City to Albany and back again. Round trip of 300 miles, took 62 hours. The success of his steamboat changed river traffic on trade on major rivers. So remember that name, kids. Robert Fulton, the guy who patented the steamboat. Also on this date in 1945, it was a big date in history. The Yalta Agreement was signed by FDR, Churchill, and Stalin. We've got old newsreel. Let's take a look.
But the meeting really gets down to business at Yalta, former Crimean summer capital of the Tsars. Anthony Eden, Foreign Commissar Molotov, and Secretary Stettinius are on hand to greet England's Prime Minister. Hoping to solve intricate problems of war and peace, President Roosevelt reaches the Yalta meeting, accompanied by his daughter, Mrs. Anna Boddicker. These are Army Signal Corps pictures of an historic world meeting that will shape the destiny of future generations.
Big stuff in history. The Yalta Agreement signed in 1945. Let's take a look at birthdays today, celebrity birthdays. Well, yeah, he's like the biggest celebrity I think America's ever produced. Thomas Edison, born on this date in 1847. He's known as America's greatest inventor. I don't know if he patented that, or maybe that came after his death, but he's credited with developing many devices in fields such as electrical power generation, mass communication, sound recording, and motion pictures. These inventions, which include the phonograph, motion picture camera, and the long-lasting practical electric light bulb, to add to many of his inventions, Thomas Edison died at the age of 84 in 1931. Just a guy that just kept thinking about stuff. Burt Reynolds, he just passed away in September, would have celebrated a birthday today. He was born on this date in 1936. Burton Leon Reynolds Jr. Was his birth name. Of course, American actor, director, and producer. He first rose to prominence starring in television series such as Gunsmoke, also The Hawk and Dan August. He really kind of broke through with Deliverance, his motion picture in 1972. Reynolds played the leading role in a number of box office hits after that: The Longest Yard, Smokey and the Bandit, Semi-Tough, Hooper, Smokey and the Bandit 2, Cannonball Run, and The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Burt Reynolds passed away in September at the age of 82. And she's still alive and still producing music, is celebrating her 57th birthday today. Happy birthday to Sheryl Crow. Songs include All I Want to Do, If It Makes You Happy, My Favorite Mistake, and the theme song from the 97 James Bond film Tomorrow Never Dies. Happy 57th birthday today to Sheryl Crow. That's a look at our day in history and celebrity birthdays. We'll have Mike Magnotti on the way with his opinion, because everybody's entitled to it. And then if you missed the Kashmir Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant, we'll have just a little bit of a snippet for you coming up as we conclude our morning rendition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley for this 11th of February 2019. We'll come back with more right after this.
Antique Mall at Kashmir wishes you a happy, prosperous new year. With 15,000 square feet to explore, Antique Mall at Kashmir has something for everyone. For repurposing projects, do-it-yourselfers, and those with a keen eye for making something old fresh and new again, this is the place to find your next project. Antique Mall at Kashmir, their friendly staff is here to help you. Stop on by today.
Walkabout Grill, open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner in downtown Wenatchee and now downtown Leavenworth, where eating out is eating healthy.
Put winter weather in its place with a new Cub Cadet snow thrower from Rose Tractor. Hi, this is Corey. Let us help you get through the season with our line of Cub Cadet snow throwers. When it comes to snow, never let winter weather get in your way. The Cub Cadet X Series line of snow throwers offers 3 levels of snow clearing power and a host of award-winning models. Get ahead of the snow. Let us help you get into the right snow thrower for the job. Rose Tractor, family owned and operated, located at the corner of 3rd and Rock Island Road in East Wenatchee.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Since 1932, Camp Seneca, nestled on the beautiful shores of Lake Wenatchee, has provided children grades 1 through 12 with the ideal location for kids to learn new skills, have fun, and make friends while creating memories that will last a lifetime. Camp Seneca's rustic log cabins and their staff serve to provide each group a unique summer camp experience. Register for Camp Seneca today, www.campfirencw.org.
Hey, this is Mike, Mad Dog Magnati, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, there's an old saying, clothes make the man. Really? This seems kind of naive and prejudicial to me. Just because some guy is nicely dressed, does that mean he's a better man, a man of greater integrity and character than someone who's less well-dressed? Now, granted, a person's outward appearance can sometimes be an expression of their inner personality. Actually, quite often, clothing-wise, that's the effect many people are after. But let's face it, just because somebody's dressed nice, it doesn't mean they are nice. Now, this is Mike, Mad Dog Magnati, and that's my opinion.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Hi, Justin here, owner of Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere. Club Crow is your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue. We are your one-stop bar and grill, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Looking for a fun night out? Join us at Club Crow Saturday nights. We have live bands to rock the night away. Club Crow is bringing comedy to Cashmere. Check out our Facebook page for upcoming dates. Live jam session first Sunday of every month. Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
There's no substitute for the power of cable TV advertising. With Solion Cable TV Advertising, you can reach your target audience right here in North Central Washington. We understand their viewing habits and can precisely target your customers on great cable networks like these. Call Solion Broadcasting today and let us show you how to put your business message right in front of thousands of prospects at a very affordable price. Solion Broadcasting, 509-888-2020.
I'm Jenny Rojanasatian, and this is Guada TV. Every week we will be bringing you a first look at North Central Washington business, tech, and education news. You'll hear from local influencers and innovators who live right here in the Valley. Together we'll discuss hot topics, current events, and resources that can support your business, our schools, and this community. Join me every week and let's get inspired.
It's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley for this Monday, February 1st, 2019. We have school delays and closures around Grant County. In fact, all but Odessa and Grant County have been closed for the day today. Odessa's on a 2-hour delay. Also, Waterville schools canceled for the day. No other districts checking in as of yet, but again, keep abreast on our website and our Facebook page. We are expecting another dump of snow starting this afternoon at 4 o'clock. With a winter storm warning in effect until tomorrow late. Up to 10 inches of snow possible through the night tonight and into tomorrow. They are going to do some avalanche control work on Snoqualmie Pass this morning. That will impact traffic heading our way eastbound. No closures on westbound, but that will start at 10 o'clock this morning. So just a couple of items for you before we continue on at 41 minutes past the hour here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. If you missed it on Saturday night, we will rebroadcast the pageant coming up tonight at 7. But this is some of the highlights from Saturday night as we celebrated the start of the 100th Apple Blossom Festival with the Cashmere Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant, seen live right here on the NCW Life channel.
Think of what the world would be if it carried the spirit of children, the spirit that sees no boundaries. To be or not to be childish, that is my daily question. And to be, that is my daily answer. For Dr. Seuss shared, I like nonsense. It wakes up the brain cells. Fantasy is a necessary ingredient in living. It's a way of looking at life through the wrong end of the telescope, which is what I do. And that enables me to laugh at life's realities.
Give it up. Wes and Tate Matheson are here, everybody. Fantastic. You guys can share the mic if you'd like. You guys aren't troublemakers, but I've been wanting to talk to you guys for a little bit because I know what a lot of you are thinking. Stemilt, never heard of them. I had to Google you guys, and nothing. Apparently you guys make some wine and some other things as well. But I thought I'd give you guys some business advice if you're open to it. Would that be okay with you guys? I'm actually a business consultant. I will be after this. My first client is Stemilt, so I think it's going to be a pretty good business. First thing I want to talk about is your brand recognition, all right? Let's get your name out there. I know you guys probably don't have like a big marketing budget. I'm thinking I got some cost-effective ways. Farmers markets, okay? Start local, right? Your target audience is people who make pies. Focus on that and build from there, right? Next thing, I want you to diversify your portfolio, right? We all love apples, right? Red Delicious, we love Red Delicious apples. We love the taste of cardboard. It's great. But I think there's some other
fruits. It's packed in cardboard, though. I mean,
yeah, that's my favorite part. I think we should consider some other fruits that people like. Watermelons, right? Can you grow them here? I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
No,
That's up to you guys.
That doesn't work, no.
Okay. Pomegranates. No idea what they are, but they're in every single juice in the grocery store right now. So I think it's a missed opportunity if you don't at least consider it.
Yeah, Wes, thinking about that one.
And finally, the name. All right, that's Stemilt.
Stimlet? No.
Yeah.
Stemilt.
Stemilt.
Yeah, okay.
It's confusing. What does it mean? No one's ever going to associate it with fruit. I'm sorry. I'm thinking something simple and to the point. What do you guys think about apple?
I've never heard of it. I think it'd be good.
If that's taken, I'm thinking apples.
Public speaking was never my strong suit. I'm absolutely stunned and astounded when I think of all the people who are so deserving of this award. I just cannot believe it. Thank you so very much.
I was going to say something, but I'm just going to say what she said. So.
And the winner of the most photogenic award is candidate Lorena Zepeda.
And the winner of this year's Congeniality Award is candidate Olivia Lancaster.
The winner of this year's State Farm Good Neighbor Community Involvement Award is candidate Cassidy Cunningham.
The winner of the Achievement Award is candidate Olivia Lancaster.
The winner of the Most Original Speech Award is Citlali Gonzalez Arroyo.
So there you have a taste of what happened on Saturday nights with the preliminary awards that were handed out. Now, who will reign over the 2019 Apple Blossom Festival? We'll find out coming up next on the NCW Live channel.
Thanks to the help I received at Goodwill,
I have a job. I'm working now. Thanks to Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill. Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to get you back to work. When you donate to or shop at Goodwill, you're really helping people find work.
Thank you. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
If you're stuck trying to find the perfect beer for you, look no further than Badger Mountain Brewing. We specialize in creating tantalizing craft beers that will soothe any picky taste buds and will satisfy your cravings. Check out everything from our amazing Honey Blonde that will appease even the most finicky taster, or a delicious frothy stout for dark beer lovers. Experience them all at Badger Mountain Brewing.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on this Monday, the 11th of February, 2019. We're off to a chilly start once again, 12 degrees, winter storm watch in effect for later. We had quite a winter storm that kicked in Friday night and into Saturday, dumping up to a foot of snow in places, but that did not deter a packed house at the Wenatchee High School auditorium for the Casimir Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant. The envelope, please, as we now find out the Royal Court for 2019.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present to you Princess Olivia Lancaster.
to thank my mom and all of my parents and, well, my parents. I have two. And all my family and friends that are here today. I want to thank the judges. I want to thank the girls behind me, my escort, Luke Job, and just everyone who supported me through all of this. Thank you all so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present to you Princess Elizabeth Popoff.
Hi, I'm emotional. I would like to thank my family and all my friends who have supported me throughout this entire journey, and most of the girls behind me, and thank you to the judges so much. Thank you, everyone.
Now, the 100th queen to reign over the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival, the winner of a $10,000 scholarship, Her Royal Highness, Queen Savannah Sly.
Oh my goodness. Thank you guys for all coming out tonight. Big thank you to the judges for coming. Thank you to my parents for supporting me throughout every step of the way and giving me the confidence. Thank you to all of these girls behind me. You guys are amazing. Thank you to the chaperones, escorts, everyone. Thank you guys so much. I'm so excited.
The sun shines on today. What a wonderful wedding there will be.
Let's hear it for your 100th Washington State Apple Blossom Festival royalty.
Welcome back, and boy, we're surrounded by royalty here as we are ready to meet your new 2019 Cashmere Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant Queen and two princesses. We have Savannah Slife, we have Elizabeth Popoff, and we have Olivia Lancaster here. Ladies, congratulations!
Yes, thank you. I'm so excited.
So, what are you feeling right now?
I don't even know what I'm feeling. They said, oh, sorry. They said my name, and I couldn't even believe it. And then I started to think of a speech and what to say after that. But I am in such shock right now. I'm so happy. These girls are amazing. The other 7 girls are amazing too, but I am in complete shock. Anyone? I think it just hasn't hit us yet. It hasn't hit us what actually just happened. It hasn't hit us. No.
Olivia?
Yeah, I was just so impressed with everyone, and to have to pick 3 girls, I think that was probably the craziest thing for me.
Savannah, talk about this day today. It started early this morning. I know it's been a rough 3 weeks for you guys, but just today, tell us about that.
Yeah. So today has been a whirlwind. We had interviews in the morning, way early. We got up at like 6:30, some of us at 6. So we had our first panel interview, and then we had our one-on-one interviews, which is kind of like speed dating. And then after that, we had pageant tonight. So it's been a whirlwind, but it's been amazing. Busy day.
So, Olivia, what was your favorite part of today? Right now, probably.
Yeah, I know. How can you not say being crowned? I mean, now you're officially a princess. I mean, you dream of this. But no, just getting to know all the girls one-on-one, and just today you form more bonds as you get closer. So.
And what about you, Elizabeth?
I definitely can say exactly what Olivia just said. It's right now, but also it's everything we just went through all morning. I can't put this day into a summary because we've done so much, and it was so much fun today. But this just really puts the icing on the cake. So yeah.
So after you celebrate, and you celebrate with mom and dad and everything else, and you go meet the public, what are you looking forward to most when you get home tonight?
I would say just taking a bath or relaxing in bed. I mean, my feet are sore from these heels all day, so that's my most exciting thing.
I'm excited to put 17 pounds of conditioner in my hair.
Yeah. We're going to try to recover the hair.
We're going to try to get the hair recovered, but...
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for your 2019 royalty for the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival, a queen and 2 princesses for the 100th festival. And thanks for joining us here on the NCW Life channel. Have a good night, everybody. Well, there you go. We're going to re-air that tonight at 7 here on the NCW Life channel, also in its entirety at 2 o'clock this Saturday. So join us for that here, the Royalty Selection Pageant. And congratulations to our ladies, Savannah Slife, our queen, Elizabeth Popoff, and Olivia Lancaster, our princesses. By the way, thanks to our crew as well. First of all, thanks to Anna's Creations for providing me the tuxedo. I had many comments that I looked rather dapper. That's because of Anna's, not because of me. Also, our studio coordinator, Caitlin Hedersheet, Tucker Wagner, graphics and site coordinator, Uriah Darby, site production assistants, also Rachel Mandelis, videographer, Malcolm Whitehall, videographer, Marion Grandstrom, site production assistant, and to my co-host, Julie Agins-Kuntz. Thank you very much to everybody. It wouldn't happen without you. Before we close out the show, let's again tell you about the forecast. There's a winter storm warning in effect starting this afternoon at 4 o'clock. There you see it. Heavy snow expected, 80% chance of which is going to be later today. 24 for the high today. Tonight's low 19. We're going to see those showers go into tomorrow as well with a 70% chance of snow. In fact, the National Weather Service says that winter storm warning will start at 4 o'clock today, go through tomorrow late. 4 to 8 inches of snow expected tonight, another additional 1 to 2 inches tomorrow. So we could see another 10 inches of snowfall between this afternoon, tonight, and tomorrow. So be prepared for that if you're traveling. Getting a little bit better as we get through the middle part of the week with some sunshine peering through on Thursday, slight chance of snow again on Friday, and then partly cloudy, a little bit of sunshine on Saturday and Sunday, warming up just a tad into the low 30s. Nighttime lows will be hovering around 20. We're at 12 degrees in the Wenatchee Valley. You'll see what's happening up in the mountain passes this morning, and kind of some nasty conditions there. You see Snoqualmie Pass, and in fact, the latest from the Department of Transportation this morning, chains required on all vehicles on Snoqualmie Pass. That's everybody but four-wheel drive. With snow, poor visibility, 15 degrees. The roadway has compact snow and ice and some drifting snow in places, so be careful about that. Also, Snoqualmie, they're going to do some avalanche control work starting at 10 o'clock this morning. That's going to impact eastbound traffic only, westbound traffic not impacted by that. Stevens Pass, traction tires are required with compact snow and ice on the roadway, currently snowing and 10 degrees there. Oversized vehicles are restricted. And Blewett Pass, this morning traction tires are advised, snow and ice on the roadway, and currently 14 degrees and overcast skies at Blewett Pass. Be sure to keep you up to date right here on our website at ncwlife.com. Also our Facebook page. We have a lot of schools closed. Most of the schools closed, in fact, in Grant County today. The only one we know of here locally is Waterville with a cancellation today as well. Thanks for joining us on a Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll do it all again tomorrow, so come join us around the TV right here on the NCW Life channel. Have a great day, everybody.